Hello everybody and welcome back to Mutti Plays Pokemon Crystal version. Today we are going to start off catching Entei and Raikou! And then we shall go and capture Ho-Oh! As we can see here, Entei, with a bit of damage on him because I've encountered him a few times throughout my adventure, though most of it was off screen. And here, a classic Master Ball to capture a runner. Like these days when I play Pokemon, like the only two Pokemon that I will use a Master Ball for are shinies or roaming Pokemon, and even then, the latter, I'm starting to think that maybe I could do without it, because as the generations go on, they're making it easier and easier to track it, and they're in Generation 5, hell, the sequels to Generation 5, there were no roaming Pokemon at all. So it can start to feel like, at least to me, that using a Master Ball on a roaming Pokemon is a bit of a waste. And here, a bit of strategy for catching these roaming dogs if you have used your Master Ball on something else. As you can see, I have a Scyther, one of the few Pokemon in this generation that could learn False Swipe naturally. And I brought it up to level 39 so that it would not repel Raikou if I used Repel to make it easier to just immediately run into it. And False Swipe is a move that does damage, but it never takes away the last hit point. So it can be very useful if you're having trouble catching those things. And I assigned it to the first slot in the move menu so that in case I accidentally click the button twice, I wouldn't kill it. And another tip, I like Violet City, and just repeatedly fly to Violet City to have the dogs move around a bit if they're not in a place that's suitable for you. But basically you want to repeatedly fly to a city that has many routes branching off of it, and preferably as little routes with the buildings in front of them. Because if you have to move through a building in order to get to the route that you need to, you basically need to turn that into two routes that you need to wait for Entei or Raikou to be at before you start going after them. And I do believe in the remakes they made it so that going through those little information booths between the routes didn't trigger a route change, though that might have been a Generation 5 thing, I don't know. Wait, no, I think it's a Generation 4 thing. Though in the remakes, just walking back and forth between a route and another place where there's no doors or anything, or even if there's a door or something, they're basically programmed to keep hopping back the way you are if you try to do that. So that would not be a good idea to try in the remakes. Now, a bit of a note as to even getting into this Tin Tower. Apparently in the Crystal version, if you want to, well, you can enter this tower once you've beaten Suicune. It's just that if you want to encounter Ho-Oh, you are going to need to have captured all 3 of the roaming dogs, which can be a bit of annoyance. And honestly, towards the beginning of this LP, I was pondering whether or not I should just skip Ho-Oh because of that. But thankfully I ran into all 3 of them so I could at least keep track of them. or at least the two that were roaming. So, yay! And, now I've caught them, and now I'm going through the Tin Tower for you guys. Yay! And, now the thing about the Tin Tower, it's a lot more linear, to say than, the Whirl Islands are. There's only one way to enter from it, but instead of having to guess which place to enter from, you have to take a stab at which platforms you want to jump over. Because for the first few floors, these jumping little platforms are the trick to this area. And you basically want to try to not pick that kind of path. I should have edited out by getting lost a bit better, but yeah. I was in a rush with this editing. Blarg! But yeah, let's try this way and not go that here. No. Damn it. Wrong way again. Oh, and look, a ghastly, because at the time I was recording this, I was playing during night. And let's go here. Though, I will say, in the remakes, it's loads easier to encounter Ho-Oh, whether or not you're playing gold version, hard gold. Because, in Heart Gold, it's the cover legendary, and, the plot in the remakes basically makes it so that you have to catch your cover legendary before you can progress through the plot. And even then, if the legendary you're after isn't the cover legendary, you can just progress all the way to Pewter City to be able to get the, wing that you need. Though, over here, we are now high enough in the tower that we do not have to worry about so much about a jumping maze, but rather a teleporting maze. See, step on those red pads. I believe they were changed to golden pads in the remakes, and they will teleport you to a different area in the, tower. Some are dead ends, but they do have useful items. Others will take you directly to the place that you need to go in order to get to Ho-Oh. Yay, nugget! Shiny ball of gold. And that was not the way to Ho-Oh, so let's go back. Go to this one, and hop, hop. Down, hop, 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 hop. And over to this one? No, where is it taking us? Down there. And that's an item. Is that all that's available to us at this particular point? Nope. Another teleport pad, and what is over here? Another teleport pad. Yes, item senses. Huzzah! And now that we're done with this fuller store, move over here, and there we are. We are now on the roof. And there's Ho-Oh! Yay! As always with a legendary encounter, you gotta save beforehand. And like Lugia, in this version, the music was kinda lame since it was the regular encounter music, so I have introduced, well, I have decided to slip in his remake theme instead, which, compared to Lugia's theme, I think is much better and much more catchy. But why am I speeding up the footage instead of simply cutting to when I catch it? Well, even though I did not have the luck to run into a shiny on this particular version, on this particular file, I did have the luck to run into both Entei and Raikou, and then I had the oh so wondrous luck of being able to catch this thing on the first try. But oh my, I have been rambling on too long. This is Ho-Oh, a fire flying type. It is weak to water, electric, and rock attacks. And its moveset that you are going to have to keep an eye out for is Gust, Sunny Day, Recover, and Fire Blast. Now, like with Lugia, this moveset is likely specific to Crystal, possibly being shared with the Silver moveset. If you want Sacred Fire, you're on this thing, you're gonna want to fight it on either Gold version or the remakes. Now, one interesting thing about Ho-Oh, it makes it a bit more special, even if it doesn't stand out in any particular way to the American fanbase, is that it comes with this item called the Sacred Ash, which you can't use it in a battle, but outside of a battle, if like 5 of your party members have fainted and you have absolutely no revives left for whatever reason, you can use the Sacred Ash item to revive all of your Pokemon. And in the remakes, I believe Professor Oak even gives you a Sacred Ash outside of Ho-Oh's capture. I forget what entirely triggers it, and do excuse me, I need a drink, so just enjoy the music. Stressing out my vocal cords. What I get for trying to record for 5 parts in the same day. Funny thing, I got the idea to do it as a way to keep me from getting too bored with just editing. My boy voice. But, yeah, here we are at the stalling phase, where, because of Recover, I have just completely and totally given up on, actually trying to weaken this thing, because it's gonna keep healing, and by the time it runs out of Recover, it's probably gonna start using Struggle, and that is not entirely fun. And, well, at least not fun if you're trying to catch this thing, because, well, Struggle does damage against itself. Though, another thing, considering the comparison between the two birds, while I do prefer Ho-Oh's theme, and I think that Ho-Oh as the plot legendary makes more sense than Lugia, I have always preferred Lugia out of the two because, well, Lugia's a lot more cool, both in aesthetics and in color scheme. What do I mean by cool in color scheme? Well, you see Ho-Oh here and how it's like orange colored mostly? Orange is considered a warm color, whereas blue, the color that Lugia tends to be adorned with, is a cool color. So, because like red, orange, and yellow bring up feelings of warmth in you because they're like the colors of fire, whereas blue, green, and purple are more cool colors, probably because they remind you of the ocean or something. That's my best guess. And as you can see, I've started using Great Balls now instead of Ultra Balls because I ran out. But one funny thing I noticed about my hard cartridge, my actual cartridge of this game before I lost track of it, was that for some reason, I swear Great Balls seem to have better luck catching these legendary Pokemon than Ultra Balls ever did. So it was pretty weird, and that is why I equipped myself with both a hefty amount of Ultra Balls and a hefty amount of Great Balls. But who knows, you might even end up having better luck with a Pokeball. Which just goes to show you. Just be sure to pack a lot of balls and try to pack for more balls than it has power points. And now Ho-Oh has been captured. So enjoy its Pokédex entry. And let's give it a snazzy nickname. Couldn't think of anything in the English language, so I think I will go for the Italian word for rainbow. Arcobaleno. And here, after you catch or see Ho-Oh, you will find Yucine here, down at the bottom of the tower. And he says that he's impressed about you. Yay! And here, a little foreshadowing for what I'm going to start off with in the next part, and showing off Ho-Oh's Sacred Ash. But that is all for this time. Next time, I will see you guys as we do a few less things, and then we fight Mount Silver. See you guys then!